Blessed afternoon, everyone! It's the loveliest time of the year, and D Cup Coffee Republic brings you Brewing Live Season 6. Let's talk about love and relationship over coffee. Brewing Live is a community service of D Cup Coffee Republic, and we are now on our sixth month of serving in the digital space. Our heart as an organization is to fill your digital cup with great stuff that matters and ignite your space with opportunities for impact, income, and influence so that you can experience transformation in different areas of your life through the platform of life coaching. And for this season, permit love to grow and allow your heart to expand as you say yes to transformation in relationships. For today's episode, I will share with you kindly date yourself. So, Detox Coffee Republic is a coaching hub and the home of certified life coaches, where inspiration begins and transformation happens through the platform of life coaching. Our physical space is located inside Pioneer Center along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. Our hub is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily for dine-in, pick-up, and delivery of your premium drinks and nutritious food. Plant-based meals are also available to help keep you fit and healthy, especially during this time of pandemic. For coaching services, we do offer coaching services on demand 24/7. Just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 anytime for the day and any day of the week. You may also visit our coaching hub for complimentary coaching sessions even without prior appointments. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me today. Please do that, tag a friend in the comment below and share this link to your FB timeline, group, and or page so that we can reach more people and help transform lives. If you are new to our FB page, please like and follow so that you can get notifications for our future live streaming. Decap Brewing Live is in partnership with the Coach A Coaching Club, the premier club for coaches and entrepreneurs. Our mission as club members is to create massive impact by turning our talents into income and influencing the people in our chosen domain and territory through the platform of life coaching. Please do connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to know more about how you can be part of Coach A Coaching Club and benefit from this learning opportunity with Master Coach A. So, as we begin, I invite you to intentionally learn from this episode and earn wisdom, strategies, and techniques as you give back generously to the advancement of life coaching and support fellow hashtag change agents in the practice of the profession. For any of your love gifts, you may click the PayPal link in the caption of this FB Live. You may also give through bank transfer, GCash, or PayMaya by messaging the page. Giving is earning the opportunity to be blessed and to be a channel of God's blessing. So I am inviting you to say yes to the privilege of giving honor to whom honor is due. And remember, giving is a lifestyle that makes you stand out all the time. Thank you so much for your generous heart. So, before we dive in into the meat of my topic, I also want to just introduce who I am. I am Coach Trisha O'Leary. I'm an HR professional with 10 years in the HR field across different industries. Currently, I'm the HR admin manager of Alliance Française de Manille, a French cultural center where we offer French lessons. So hashtag stay home and learn French with us. And I'm also the HR business partner of Tipsy Cream Manila, where we offer handcrafted ice cream, which have a alcoholic twist, but also wholesome more flavors for everybody else in the family. So hashtag scoop responsibly. And personally, in my own life coaching journey, I am a LEAP Trilogy graduate and volunteer life coach for Innovate.org, which was formerly known as OCCI. Then I was certified as a life coach with the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs here in the Philippines, represented by Life Coach Philippines. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy the rest of this talk as we talk about kindly dating yourself. But first, let's acknowledge what the weekend is. Okay, it was a long week. It's a long weekend, actually. And yesterday was Chinese New Year. The next holiday in red is Valentine's Day tomorrow. So, what is Valentine's Day for a lot of people? As I greet you all, as you share this Saturday with me, for many, It means dates. You go on a date with your wife, husband, partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you want to name it. This is a time you celebrate these relationships, diba? And exchange gifts, gestures, and the theme of the holiday is red. So sakto, diba? That we just had Chinese New Year, which is another red with another red holiday. But not everyone will have a very happy or even pleasant expectation for Valentine's Day. Sino dito na-trigger konti? Who are a little triggered when they hear the word Valentine's? Please say in the comments if you are triggered and what triggers it. It can trigger again love, excitement, but others again unpleasant feelings. Why? They feel their singlehood. Sometimes people feel the pain of singlehood, and Valentine's acutely highlights that. You know, and in turn, even those in committed relationships, or even if they're happily single, feel this awkwardness around Valentine's because there are expectations. There are expectations that you have to be planning something grand to celebrate that relationship you're already in, or as someone single, you must be bothered. So, all of these expectations lead to feelings. You can be angry, upset, or even tired looking towards Valentine's, whether in a relationship or not. Which is why today, the day before Valentine's, has its own quote unquote holiday, which calls out to all of these feelings that are triggered. It's also called Single Awareness Day. Happy Single Awareness Day to everyone in the comments. And when we say single awareness, it's in some way really calling out, hey, I'm single. And again, let's acknowledge that it triggers feelings because there are expectations about what it means to be single, what it means to be in a relationship. So, focusing on what it means to be single, what are we made aware of on our Single Awareness Day? Hello, I am single. For some people, it's as if I'm saying, hello, I am lonely. Hello, I am sad. Hello, I am to be pitied. Because that's the way they associate singlehood. Because many a time society has already said, to be single is to be incomplete. The only way you can complete yourself now, is to be in a relationship. So Single Awareness Day kind of highlights that pain as well. But others have also turned it as a celebration of their singlehood. These people are actually those who know how to date themselves, which we'll get on more. Because when you're aware of your singlehood, you are aware of what it means to be on your own. It means you're also aware of what it means to be in a relationship. And whether it's by choice or not, as many would like to say, if you're single, you know who you are. And many a times, like I said, people associate I'm single with all those I'm lonely and the like because that's other people's expectations of single people. You are lonely. You are to be pitied. You are incomplete. Society is the one who put those words in your mouth, in your mind, in your heart, which is why it triggers negative feelings about singlehood. We've all had that. I was in all girls high school at one point, and let's admit it, all the hormones about we weren't even legal. Ang unang iniisip is what kind of boys can I meet? Diba? Well, that wasn't the case for me because I also like other my mga katabi. But it's more of that. It's already ingrained from a young age that the role in life is to find that one, to find that relationship. So being single is a big no-no for a lot of people because of what society says, what our own friends or families also reflect. And maybe we want what we see. I'm not saying that it's bad that we want a relationship. I've seen lovely people in relationships who wouldn't want that. You see these people loving each other, enjoying it. They fight and not, but who doesn't want that? We all do. We all deserve to be loved. But society has really placed singlehood as a very bad thing to be. I'm telling you now, it's not. Because again, let's celebrate Single Awareness Day, not only if you are single, but also as an individual. Single Awareness Day also can say, how am I with myself? How am I as a person? How am I aware of who I am? Which is why this relationship that we sometimes envy with other people, seeing them in romantic relationships, even friendly relationships, yung basta hindi alone, we can replicate that. Because there's always been one relationship that we always could build, regardless of whether there's a person in front of us or not. And that first relationship we can build with is with ourselves. I have long believed when I was born, I physically came into this world alone. You know, given birth by my mom, I came in alone. Wala akong bit-bit. I wasn't already holding my future fiance, or my future partner, as it were. I came in alone. So that's something we have to accept. As we grew older, wiser, more aware of our minds, souls, we have to first acknowledge the loneliness in a way, the solitude of our existence. And once you accept that, you can start building that relationship with yourself. When you try to ignore the existence, the solitude of existence, and more than anything, the shortness of it, that we are mortal, we will eventually die. Let's acknowledge that, memento mori. All we have is ourselves at a lot of times. 24/7, 365 days a year. You're not always going to be connected at the hip with someone. That's a running joke for some people I know, including myself, that I'm connected to the hip with someone. But there will be times you'll be alone. And what you have to understand is that we can never get rid of that. There will always be moments in that this length of time we live, we will be alone. So we must be comfortable with ourselves. We must be able to know ourselves. We must be confident and comfortable with this person, hashtag tayo, me, in the mirror, before we can build any other relationship. Even as children, sometimes, yes, we can say children love their parents unconditionally, but they also build a relationship with themselves, figuring out how to navigate this world, how to interpret the world. That's them talking to themselves as well. So, how do we build this relationship with other people, right? We build it by getting to know each other. So, that's the same for dating yourself. When you date yourself, it's getting to know more about you. If you've never had a date for yourself, comment down below and ask yourself what would you like to do. Because again, people think that the best time spent is with other people. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes it's also nice to just date yourself for the sake of dating yourself. Because self dates allow us to do two things: to recharge and to recalibrate. What do we mean by recharging? Like I said, the world, so many people, it's very busy. There are times that it can get very overwhelming. Me living with depression and anxiety, magandang combo, I know. Sometimes the world is very too stimulating. And if you have other mental conditions, you can also be very, very overwhelmed by what you're hearing. So there are times that you have to take this moment to pause and recharge. And even if you don't have any mental conditions, you just feel tired because it is still energy out as you interact with the world. Self dates are moments of pause that you can allow to recharge that tank, to recharge your cup, refill it so that it's refilled with love for self, your energy. And like I said, the second is to recalibrate. When we give our these ourselves these moments to pause. We're allowed to, again, ask ourselves, how are we doing? What is our relationship with ourselves? How are we feeling? It gives us these moments to ask these questions or just reflect on what's been going on in your life and recalibrate. Recalibrate what's working, what's not working, so that you can face a new day. So let's talk about what it means to self-date. You know, again, the title of the talk is Kindly Date Yourself. So, for those unfamiliar with what it means to date yourself, it's actually the same as if you were gonna date another person, friendly, romantic, or even professionally date. It's basically you always start with ask yourself out to a date. You know, ask yourself, hey, let's date. Trisha, I want to go out and let's eat some place good on a Friday night or the like, or let's stay in the house. What's the date? Ask yourself. Because when you do the thought of I ask myself to date, I want a date, let's date, and you're talking to yourself, that self talk gives yourself consent, like consent to do what you want. You don't need permission from other people. It's just giving yourself permission to do what you want. And it's also respecting what is okay and not okay with you. Because, of course, maybe in response to this talk, I go, I'll date myself agad. Your enthusiasm makes you say that. But let's admit life maybe this weekend is not a good time. So it's also asking for your consent, knowing with what you have to do and your own responsibilities to set aside this time that you are wholly in when I say yes to dating yourself. So always ask yourself out to a date to give yourself consent and permission. Then from there, make plans that excite you. You're not going to be impressing anyone but yourself. Many a times when we're excited for dates with other people, we'll start thinking about the resto we want to eat, about the activities for that day, whether we're going to do bungee jumping, play an arcade, what movie to watch. And sometimes let's admit that process includes always thinking about the other person. I'm asking that you do this process with yourself. Think, what resto did I always want to eat at that I never said yes to because I was always dating with other people and they don't like those choices? Or what is one activity that I know I want to do, but I was always waiting for someone to say, hey, let's do that too. Or when I would propose it, someone needs to say yes. And if no one said anything, I didn't do it. Those are the plans that you can start doing. Or even plans that are simple and that you feel you would have been judged for if you say, I just want to go to a park, sit there for an hour and read a book, scroll on the phone, watch people, whatever you want to do in the park. And you felt like, wait, I shouldn't do that because I'm alone. That would make me look sad. So it's all about you. Again, the relationship with you. So in the end, you do you. A good friend of mine also said that to me. And that's how he has lived his life. He respects other people, and that's the same you should do with yourself. Respect what you want. Respect what you want to do. And if that means dressing up, let's say, head to nine, head to toe, in the best outfit you want to do, and people start saying, hey, you're going to have a date? You say yes. You know, you don't need to say who you're dating. If they ask, myself. Let's admit, some people say, ay, ang sad naman, or sayang naman, or what a waste. It's not a waste because it's for you. You do you. Leave them in the dust. If they want to judge, that's theirs. But when you date yourself, it's all about you. Then from there, making this plan, value the date again. What based on what it does for you, not for what it does for other people. Again, if it's as simple as walking in a park, walking in the street, taking a moment in your room to just read a book with sound trip of the worlds or with YouTube videos, that is the value of the day. It's not about, hey, what's Instagrammable? I see this. What would make people say, wow, she's self dating? That looks so good. because she's eating at this resto, that cafe, or or oh wow, she has a hobby because hobbies can be self-made, and she spent hours on it. So if ever ano to, you can always think about how time and money is not the main factors. So value the date on what it does for you, not what it does for others. I know some people, I've had friends, even myself, would this place be Instagrammable? This coffee shop that I just see in the corner. You immediately discredit where you're going because on how people would perceive it. Again, value the date based on what it does for you. And if it's a 40 peso cup of coffee versus the Starbucks of 120, both are valid. As long as you enjoyed that coffee, as long as that coffee made you feel good. So it's not always about the time and money. It's always about what the date does for you. And then revel in that moment. Many a times it's like there's a hyper awareness and awkwardness over dating alone. You start being conscious of the people looking around you. Give yourself permission. You ask yourself out on that date to just enjoy it. Revel in that moment. Revel, savor every smell, taste, sensation as you do that date. Because just to affirm, as you revel in that moment, that solitude you're in, as you're dating yourself, is not loneliness. You're engaging with yourself. I am a regular customer at one of my favorite Japanese restos, and I was very glad that they have safe dining options. But because it's a safe dining option, I do go there alone. So when I need to date myself, that's the place I go. With how frequent I've been in at that store, they already know me. They know me when they say, "Oh, hi, ma'am. Here's your table." They know there's a specific table I like because when I'm there for 2 hours just enjoying my time, enjoying the food that I eat, enjoying the tea that I drink or sake. If I'm drinking sake for that afternoon, day drinker. But also in that moment, just enjoying my presence, enjoying how I feel in that restaurant. It's also where I journal, ask myself questions. It's really that solitude. And my last visit, incidentally, which was very recent this weekend, the waitress recognized me and said, "Ah, please put ma'am at table 8. That's my table in that resto." And they say, "That's ma'am. She comes here alone. She's not waiting for everyone. Give her the table." And in her words, it's like, "Ma'am, nice to see you. Alone again." And I say to her, "Yes, alone but happy." And she goes, "Yes, I like that about you, ma'am. So I'll get your menu." And that's what I'm now known for in that restaurant. Someone who dates herself there alone. Because most people, when they go to restaurants, they have people with them. But since I revel in that moment, since I don't really pay attention, but on myself, like in an actual date, like when you're dating someone in real life, you would really focus on them. Everything else falls to the wayside. That focus is turned inward. It's focused on me. So I don't mind the judgment. There is a low key judgment there that she's alone. But my line is I'm alone, but I'm happy. I'm happy when I'm there at that restaurant. Allow yourself that moment because my solitude is not loneliness. Your solitude is not loneliness. And like with any good date or bad date, you ask yourself, how did it go? Talk to yourself about how the date went. What worked? Did I like the resto? Like that favorite Jap resto that I keep going to in in my part of the of Metro Manila. Do I like the ambience? Do I like how it was? Did I like what I was doing? How did it make me feel? If you would ask those questions with people you date so that you would know if you date again, do it again with yourself. Did I like doing this new hobby? Like one new hobby, learn a language on your own, Like again, stay learn French and stay home via app or online school. You don't need to wait for a friend to do it. Yes, it's a group activity, maybe in a group online class, but you went there for you. How did it go? It's all about you. And as a way to show respect, like with any person who you date, whether again, romantically, friendly, or professionally, thank them. Thank yourself for having dated yourself because you want to affirm that you are doing good for yourself. If we are able to show kindness to others for having dated us, let's do the same for ourselves. So after talking, hey, that was a nice day. I want to do it again. This date wasn't so good. Maybe I'll do something else. But thank you. Thank you for giving me this time to recharge, to recalibrate. It's a form of affirmation and a form of self kindness. Again, if the world is not too kind, start with yourself. We're not saying you be the one being kind agad to everybody. Start with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because in the end, like I started this whole talk with, people make it seem that we are incomplete. But when we are born, regardless of what our physical status is, we are born individually. We are born physically alone, but capable. Because in the end, the only thing that would really make us complete is love. Love makes us complete. That sense of wholeness, that sense of I'm okay. And we all deserve to be loved as human beings born into this world. Yes, we need to survive. We need to find ways to thrive. But what makes existence, will, thought, emotions even sweeter is the fact we can love. And in the end, as we come into this world in singlehood, unless of course we're twins, but also look at it this way. Before anyone can love us, we need to love ourselves. We should be allowed to love ourselves first. We have gone through different things in our life. And maybe it's already chipped at you. Like, I don't deserve that. This is your permission now. You are allowed to be loved, and you can start it with you. Because if there's no one else to love you, you gotta first love yourself. And like Lizzo says, loving others, you can love yourself, that's also okay. But always remember to turn the love inward. If you're building a relationship this February, please begin that relationship with yourself. That love for yourself. Because no matter what anyone says, because you are here, because you are able to love, and even before that, you are never unwhole. You are never broken just because you're alone. You were already born here alone. You are always a complete being. You are complete. And if you feel incomplete, if you feel unwhole, let yourself build that love once more. And you can always begin with it. And the easiest way, the kindest way, is to date yourself. So I hope you're able to make some plans this month beyond the Valentine weekend to date yourself. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes can also be a quick date, diba? Quickie, as they would say. Ahem. But remember, you are complete, you are loved, you can date yourself. So kindly date yourself. So if you want to know more about how to build an attitude of kindness towards yourself, or make goals, or just be reminded of inspirations of how life can be kinder, fiercely kind to be exact. You can follow me at Instagram at Liz O'Leary, or Facebook, connect with my private account, Trisha O'Leary, or via my FB page, Tiz O'Leary, Coach Trisha O'Leary, so that we can talk more about what it means to love and to be fiercely kind. So as we navigate this world that can be quite unkind to us, let me help you to choose to be fiercely kind. So, in behalf of the Cup Coffee Republic and Coach A Coaching Club, we want to thank you all for being part of this journey. You can watch the replay of all episodes, including this one from season 1 to 6, inside the FB page of the Cup Coffee Republic and Life Coach Philippines. You can also check on Coach A iConnect YouTube channel for the HD video copy of this episode. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can get alerts when a new video becomes available. Also remember to hit the bell icon so that notifications will be turned on. So if you want to watch this on replay or download it, you can do so. So tomorrow, our episode is A Path to Love Life by Coach Sean. So be sure to join us back at 12 noon. So happy Single Awareness Day. Hope you get some dates with yourself over the weeks ahead. And love, Bamboo.